Hello everybody, we are back in the shop, and today's video it's about this WP 48mm open chamber cartridge style fork with preload adjusters. This is from KTM EXC 450 from 2010, and for this we're gonna be needing the fork oil, obviously 2 liters, the oil seal and also the dust seal, a paper and a pen in order to write down the exact setting of this adjuster and this one, and then the other one from the other side, which I will show you later. And also my father, which is a really professional blacksmith, as you can see, he developed this tool in order to open this fork cap right here. So we're gonna use this to open the fork cap. It also has a hole for the for this one, for this little guy here, and this is really nice, and I really appreciate the effort of my dear father, which is a really professional blacksmith. Before starting everything, I'm just gonna clean a little bit everything to remove all the oil and dust remained on the fork using some brake cleaner. Using this pin removal, we're gonna remove the rubber from down here in order to reach the adjuster, and also the bolt there we're gonna need to open later. As you can see, I've tightened it in this vise using a rubber in order to not damage the fork tube. Using a hair dryer, this is gonna help me heat a little bit where the oil seal hides down here, so we'll use a hair dryer to heat that place. And while I will measure the adjustments, these two from here and the other one from the other side. So after I've made an horrible drawing, but it's sufficient for me to understand, and I've written down how many turns each adjusting bolt had until the very tightening point, and then I've opened them all until the very untightening point, counterclockwise. And now we are ready to move on and get this tool in the scene and open this cap here. Okay, and now we're gonna take this off, and we're gonna actually rotate this, because if we're gonna open the cap like this, oil we're gonna pour down, and we don't want that. Careful when you open the fork cap, because underneath it there's the spring inside, and you don't want everything to peel off. Okay, now we can let this down. Then we're gonna need a wrench, and to pull down the spring, and from here with the wrench, and from here to open the cap from the cartridge. So using a 22 millimeter wrench for the bolt underneath the cap, and this one for the cap, you just need to open the cap. That's it. Okay, so after you pulled out the cap with the bearing and the washer inside here, you can also pull out the spring and also the tie rod, and put them on some rags, and now you can start draining the oil from inside. And when you drain the oil, make sure you open and close the fork in order to eliminate all of it. Now we've placed back the fork into the vise with the rubber to protect it, and now using an impact wrench we're gonna open this 19 millimeters right here down in the bottom that holds the cartridge from inside the fork. Okay, cartridge out. These two will not fall from here, no matter what you do, so it's okay. Now using a flat head screwdriver, just pinch it there and remove the dust seal. Take your time. Change the flathead screwdriver if it takes. Good. Now using this this thing right here, take your time and take out this thing. Okay, this metal clip that holds the oil seal there. Now that we've heated this area at about 50 degrees Celsius, now we can use a hammer move in order to separate these two pieces. Whoop. And watch out for the remained oil. Now using a flathead screwdriver and this move, you can take the bushing down. Make sure you inspect the bushing for scratches or anything. The Teflon from it needs to be in a really good shape if you want to put the same bushing back. Now you can take out the other bushing, same as well. We will inspect it pretty well, and then the washer. Once we've inspected the inner tube and made sure it doesn't have any scratches or hits or anything, and cleaned everything really nice and tight, we've also inspected the inner bushing and the outer bushing for any marks or metal or scratches on the Teflon side, which is inside for this one, and then outside is for this one. And it looks really good. It doesn't have any scratch or piece of metal or anything, so we're gonna use the same bushings for this fork. Now we're gonna start with the dust seal, oriented like this way, and we're gonna put some grease on it in order to have a smooth assembly and also to not scratch anything. Dust seal, and then the stopper ring, and then we'll put back the oil seal. But before doing this, I'm gonna as well put some grease on it. Alright, oil seal is greased and back. Now it's time for the washer or spacer, and now we can go ahead with inner bushing. Okay, now go ahead and continue with the outer bushing. Okay, that's it. Now we can go ahead and place the exterior tube on the fork. And then we'll just take it down from the vise and move it upside down and get it ready to get back everything inside there. In order to push back the new oil seal back in its seat, right here, I'm just gonna use a technique that I've learned today from another YouTuber like me, which I really appreciate and I thank to my colleague. For that I'm gonna use some electric tape. First I'm gonna clean really well here to make sure that it's gonna get sticked here, and I'm gonna apply a thick layer here of electric tape in order to act like a stopper for the oil seal, and then I'm gonna do like that, hit it downwards in its place really easy and slowly. Okay, so tape is on. As you can see, there's a thick layer of it. I put some oil on the new seal in order to get back easily, and I'll just start to press it like this. Easy and easy. I'll probably need 2 hands for that. Stopper ring, it's back in its place, holding the oil seal there. Now it's the moment for the dust seal, and for that I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, fork oil on my finger, put it on it in order to get back easy in its place. Alright. Dust seal, it's also fully seated. Make sure it's completely seated. I've just tapped it very easy with this and with the hammer. And the next step is going to be the cartridge. Put back the cartridge and tie it up with this bolt down here. Okay, cartridge is back inside, and make sure you also tie this bolt down here with 38 Newton meters. Now I've inserted the adjuster rod, and this has a little spring down there, so make sure it reacts when you push it down, and it doesn't need to come out more than 7 millimeters. Make sure you measure that as well. And now I've prepared 625 milliliters of fresh fork oil, which I'm about to pour inside, and then we're gonna come with the spring and the cap, and that will be about it. After you pour the oil inside, make sure you push in and out the cartridge for a few times to make sure you bleed out all the air inside of the fork. After you press back the spring, you need to take the tie rod and pull it as upper as you can, and then in the same time press the spring down and place your 22 wrench in the place for the nut in order to put back the cap. And before putting back the cap, I've also changed this o-ring from here with a new one. Alright, cap is back, and I've already tightened it with my hand. And next step, it's going to be to tighten this up using our dear blacksmith tool, handmade tool. And this tightening should be 50 Newton meter, which is a hard tightening, and I will use my VAG experience in tightening to assume which will be 40, 50, 60 Newton meter. Next, after that, we just need to set the adjusters at their original position. This one right here, and the small one from here, which is a flathead screwdriver from down here. And the only thing that's left to do after that is to drink a beer and feel free to get relaxed. Actually, I'm gonna do the other one, but I'm not gonna film each step of that one, because you will be already knew how to do it using this video right here. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment, like, share if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you didn't do it already, and feel free to write down some comments, ask questions, let's switch ideas. I also learned this and by watching another YouTuber, and I will let the link in the description because I really appreciate its work and he did a nice job. And I also let the link for the video from which I've learned to use the electric tape in order to press down the oil seal, because you know, I've also learned from YouTube, and I hope you guys will learn as well from my videos. And see you at the next video. Bye.